and it was quickly, I was super surprised how quickly the cards were sold out, so this is super amazing. Woohoo! So for the ones who don't know me, I'm Kathrin. I'm working as an experience designer at Moccu, and we are an agency with 40 people working for them. Some are located in Berlin, and some are working from all over Germany. So we are more a remote agency. And we are specialized in growth strategies, performance and content marketing, and experience design. And yeah, let's start to talk about passion, purpose, and success. So what is passion for me? I have two big passions in my life. One is design, and I was very happy to make a career out of it. And the other one is actually surfing, and I spent a lot of time in my holidays there. And they have something, or they have more than just one thing in common. It is that both of them, I started actually not being the most talented one, to be honest. You should say it and sell yourself very well. But it's much easier for me to explain it with surfing. 10 years ago, I discovered surfing, and it was really like I couldn't get up really properly. I don't know how I managed to come from the position laying into standing. Somehow I managed. I haven't had the physique as well. It was like my body was aching all the time. I really was scared of the ocean, so it was like quite strange that I chose this as my hobby. But somehow I got hooked, and it escalated super quickly. I suddenly started to go every holiday surfing, and when I'm on holidays, I really do it like from the morning and the evening. Sometimes I just do 3 sessions, which somebody who would have told me before, it was like nuts. But I started to level up my sports game. I also did an apnea diving course just to be able to hold my breath longer. And I even recently started swimming, which I really absolutely don't like. But I did it to gain more paddle power. And I think the same with my passion for design. I wasn't, as I said, I shouldn't say it, but I wasn't the most talented one. But I always put a lot of effort into it to become better. And the same with design is I know I will never be a shooting star or the best designer ever. I will never be a professional surfer at all, or even I don't even know if I can write a hardboard. But I put every power and passion and everything in just to improve myself and to be able. I'm really happy that I'm able to do it, and I'm happy as well to be a designer as well. So both have something in common, and that is passion for me actually. And if you have a passion like me and you find something, I can give you the hint, just grab and hold on to it and try to integrate it into your life. And we are always thinking about the next career step or something like, what is the next level? What should I have as a salary and something? But I think it's more important to have a look, how is your holistic life? Because we are more than just a designer or an art director, a texter, something where like we have plenty of things in our life, and there's a book actually which I think it's quite good to look up. It's called Design Your Life, and it has this like you can figure out and reflect what is important for you and where you want to put your energy in. So for me, for example, it works the best to be a designer full-time and go every and have time for family and friends, to be honest, because I really want to have my hobbies as well. And it is every now and then I go on holidays and go full-time surfing. And as Moccu is a remote agency, I'm able to extend this time. And I'm a couple of months, not a month would be cool actually. So I have a couple of weeks where I just focus on surfing. And for me, it is surfing more about clearing my head and fighting with the waves and the water. And as soon as I touch the water, my head is just like empty. And it's more like something recharging. And then I come back to my normal life in Berlin, and I'm more fresh and full of energy. And this is something how it works for me. So there would be kind of different possibilities to combine it, making, for example, a different job out of it. But it's not something for me. I really love this combination right now. And yeah, it's, I can highly recommend just to have a look what works for you. So I think plenty of you start with why from Simon Sinek, and I don't want to go deeper into it. I think it's the only thing why I'm mentioning it is because he says start with the reason behind it, because passion is not the reason, so it's not the starting point. It is that it is more an outcome. So it means if you can't connect with the reason behind it, you can also have the effect that it flips from passion into stress suddenly. And I think that's super interesting. Because, for example, if you take surfing, if somebody would disconnect it with the reason behind it, I have it more as a happy place and go surfing. If you disconnect it and tell me tomorrow, like, hey, come on, let's try for Nazaré, big wave surfing, it obviously will be very stressful for me. And this is very simple with surfing. But in my career or business life, I had the effect in the same way. So it was at a status where I was transitioning from a designer into a team lead. And I was ready for it. I thought this is amazing, but I knew that it will be bumpy because, it's different. As a designer, you're just doing your jobs, your projects, and so on. And suddenly you have multitasking, plenty of people you have to manage. And I felt stress. And what you see in the background is actually the thing where I thought, I have to solve my stress more about a capacity planning. Maybe I have too many tasks on my desk. And I was like trying to estimate, like, what am I doing the whole day? Why the time is running out? And I was trying to put numbers in. To be honest, it wasn't the reason why I was stressed. And I was super surprised about the level of stress I had. The reason was kind of, I suddenly was disconnected with design, and I was not really a designer anymore. Because at Moccu it worked a bit different. When I started there, it was more a managing position. So I was in meetings and I had different designers I was kind of orchestrating. But I wasn't anymore talking about typography or colors or anything, and I wasn't anymore connected to the projects. So it took me a while to figure out the reason why I was stressed is I couldn't identify myself with my job anymore. And it sounds very easy to figure it out, but it was like a short crisis. I was more like, oh shit, maybe I'm not good enough, I should quit, or maybe I should go back to design and just be forever senior or something, or maybe I just have to quit and find an agency where it's working better for me. But we had a lot of discussions at Moccu, and it sounds as well like, oh yeah, we changed it and we solved it. It wasn't. We had kind of like clashes as well. And we were like arguing because from my boss, it wasn't really clear, why is she freaking out now? Because she was okay before. Here's the problem. So for me, it's nice. We went through bumpy roads. We had like a storm, but we sorted it out, and then it was clear, okay, we have to reconnect her to the design. We have to figure out a way which works for her. And it was in the end, I'm super happy that we managed. And for me, it's also very important, whatever I'm doing, I think I always have to keep the focus in design. So whatever level I will ever take over, we leveled now up to director position. And it's not now, it's a couple of while ago. We're still figuring out when we level up or I have more clients and more responsibilities, how I can still have the connection and feel as a designer leading something, a team or a project or different clients. And for me, it's very good to know this is something I shall hold on to it, and I'm not a manager or something else, I'm a designer first. So what I bring as well is something which was, purpose is not just only working for individuals, it's also working for teams. And a couple of my team members are here, so they know this. So for me, it was more like I understood the theory as well from Simon Sinek, or everything what you're reading about, it's very clear and it sounds very logic. But it was for me, I never worked at a purpose-driven organization, so I had no clue, like, how do you do it? So this is just a hands-on recommendation. It is a template you can find on the web. It's called the Team Canvas. And it doesn't tell you how exactly you're doing it, but it shows the points, what you should talk about in your team and what other things you should talk about. And I see some nods. So that was our starting point. And what was for us very important was talking about roles and about how our responsibilities are. And we didn't just talk about different positions, we went through each role, like everybody, me as well included, so I knew what the team wants from me, what their expectation is towards me. And the other thing what we are also, what I can highly recommend, is we are always doing OKRs, so that means we are all I don't know, we should do it more often, but shall I lie or shall I? So I think in the beginning of the year we all say like, okay, what are our plans, what are the new technologies, what shall we improve, what are the directions where we heard something about. And it changed during the year, but we tried to keep it updated and upskilled together. And this was for me a really good, because of that I showed it to you, it was a good starting point to lead the team more with a purpose behind and don't be a micromanaging team leader. So, to wrap everything up, the tiny picture is me 10 years ago, one of my very first waves. The other one is in October. It was the last day of the surf trip there. And even though, I make it short. I think if you have a passion, please hold on to it. Reflect why it's your passion, because this is the reason behind it. Try to keep this on mind and put it as a North Star for yourself. And then I really truly believe you will be successful. So that's it. Thank you.